Everybody is focused on Etsy product research. Today, I want to focus on Etsy competitor SEO. So that way you can outsell your competitors and grow your store. What's up guys, Dave here. Check the description for helpful links like the AddToCartSEO tool, a free 10-minute call to join my mentorship, as well as the free Etsy ads cheat sheet. Let's get started. So like I said, a lot of people focus on product research, but after that, they just go and copy people, which is what it is. But today I want to show you a way that I developed within the new Etsy app connection within ChatGPT to develop a way to look at your SEO and look at your competitors' SEO. So let's get started. Hey ChatGPT and Etsy, I am an embroidery focused Etsy store. My best sellers are embroidered socks, sweatshirts, and lunch bags for kids. So for you, just simply replace embroidery store and your best sellers, and then the rest of the prompt is good. Find me some of the seemingly highest performing, from what you can tell / estimate, listings from my competitors on those types of listings. Search 2 times for each type of product. Like I said in the past, you can tell ChatGPT to search multiple times on different things to get a good handle of it. To fully understand each category, 6 times total, no more than 8 to save time. Then point out the listings that have gaps in their SEO. I am going to look at them and improve upon them for my own listings. Stick closely to what I told you, and I do not need a ton of fluff. Sometimes it goes off on its own tangents, which if you want to read, absolutely helpful. But today I want to focus only on this stuff. So ChatGPT gets to work with the Etsy app connection, and after 6 searches, it finds some interesting SEO gaps. Because if we can improve the SEO gaps of your competitors' best sellers, then guess what? We're going to start serving people they're missing out on. Very easy, low-hanging fruit opportunity within a niche that you might already be, selling to. A lot of people use the term low-hanging fruit when it comes to product research, but let's use it also in areas of opportunity with our competitors' SEO blind spots. All right. So what I found, I completed 6 Etsy searches, 2 per product category. Performance is estimated from repeated search visibility, rating, and visible shop review signal, not verified listing sales. So they're going based off of shop reviews, so it's going to be bigger stores, which is great. We want that. The first one, it says the SEO gap has a title with an awkward wording such as party monogrammed. They jammed this one word into here. I'll show you in a second. They might just be putting a competitor store in their title. I didn't look into it. That's crazy if so. And then another sock women. It also fails to foreground the strongest exact phrase, personalized embroidered ruffle socks. One tag contains whatever that word is and sock with a misspelling. Probably because they had to jam it in there. Whatever. Custom ruffle sock, bridesmaid's gift, set, bridal, party monogrammed. They jammed it. Yeah, it was. Maybe it's not a store. They just jammed it there though. Bridesmaid's proposal, bachelorette weekend, personalize, I don't know how to say that word. I'm not going to try, sock women. Let's take a quick peek at the store. They're definitely an Etsy vet. They've been around for 20 years on Etsy, and they have 22.2 thousand sales. So I want to point this out as an example of a listing, or a store rather, not to blindly copy, because a lot of people will go on Etsy and copy people. It's unfortunate, but it happens every day. And they'll copy stores like this that have been around forever and have a lot of sales. These stores are, I wouldn't say treated differently, but these stores behave differently in the algorithm, and the algorithm views them differently for a variety of reasons I've covered on this channel. But I just want to say, if you copy Etsy vets that have been around for 20 years on Etsy, you're not going to have a good time. You want to do what we're going to do today. You want to improve upon stuff. You want to look for gaps and all that. And you don't want to assume that you're going to get 22,000 sales with 17 listings. That's another thing. These listings might have been around for absolutely forever and just dominating ranking. And they maybe never close down. They ship these out super quick, and they've just dang near cemented themselves in the Etsy search results for some of these keywords. So do not copy this store. Do not copy big stores, period. You can take inspiration. You can learn from them. But I've seen it so many times. People will send me stores. Hey, look at this store. They're a competitor of mine. No, they're not a competitor of yours. They're an inspiration of yours, but you are not competing with them. They are dominating you, and you are not going to do well by copying them either. So let's fix the SEO gap with this title that ChatGPT 5.6 Soul found. I put the listing into my tool here, AddToCartSEO, and what it spits out is a much wider footprint title and tag set. You have 3 sets: powerhouse fit, safe reach and expansion, and experimental reach/test. Powerhouse fit is the closest to the original, but still gives it a better reach and footprint, meaning more angles to reach into. Safe reach and expansion is a few degrees away from the original, and then experimental reach and test is the furthest away from the original, however, much more rich in descriptor words and nouns. So that's how I would improve it. You can do it yourself and listen to ChatGPT. ChatGPT isn't the best with Etsy advice, I have found, and it definitely is not a human that has been selling on Etsy or coaching on Etsy for 8 years. However, a little sour there, but however, you can do whatever you want on your own, but this will create 3 titles and tags for you. So moving on to ChatGPT's results here. Here's another one right here. SEO Gap says strong title, but tags spend space on broad phrases such as baby gifts and gifts for kids. Preschool, kindergarten, daycare, school lunch tote, and back to school terms could provide more specific intent. Hey, maybe this listing did well because it is so broad. Sure, you could make the argument of that. But if we're going to not blindly copy a competitor and fall flat on our face, but improve SEO and look for other angles and grab lower hanging fruit with more descriptor words, then we're going to go about it the way that we're about to. So I put it into AddToCartSEO, and instead of having that very monotone title with the tags missing spots, the tool immediately found us 3 better angles. So monogrammed seersucker, insulated lunch bag, personalized durable kids accessories, kids custom lunchbox. And that's the very close fitting one, all with different words and with repetitive rules in place. And the experimental reach one went further. Reusable kids accessories, toddler student lunchbox, things like that, immediately with better angles and filling those gaps. So this is another example. You don't want to copy this store either. 129,000 sales, 10 years on Etsy. You don't want to just blindly copy stores like this. This one does have a lot of listings, and you'll find that most of the mega stores do have a lot of listings. And that goes on the flip side. You don't want to copy stores in that regard and just spam thousands of listings onto Etsy, because you might ruin your conversion rate and you will never actually gain traction in the first place. But this is an interesting prompt nonetheless to use with the ChatGPT Etsy app connection. You can take a look at it here. You can tailor it to your own, and I have a ton of prompts in the description with the free prompt library. This one's not in it. I made this one right up off the top of the head. So you can use this if you want. Let me know what you think. Check the description for helpful links, and I hope you have a beautiful day.